In Deuteronomy, the 31st chapter, Moses gives instructions to Joshua. Be strong and bold. Have no fear or dread of them, because it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not fail you or forsake you. I think that is great advice for all of us. Fear is a tremendous destroyer of motivation, a tremendous destroyer of mission and involvement. When we suppose that various bad things might happen, we end up in places where we're not really listening to God anymore. We're just listening to these fears and anxieties that are creeping in. There's an old expression, I believe it was Mark Twain, who said, I've been gone through many tragedies in my life, a few of which actually happened. Because a lot of the times, the things that we're worried about and are stressing about and are afraid of, they don't even actually happen. And yet they impact us tremendously because those fears hold us back and they steal our joy. When we're looking for a new mission, when we're looking for what God is calling us to do today and tomorrow, one of the things I think we should be paying attention to is, what are we afraid of? Because oftentimes that is what has been holding us back from finding what God wants us to do. And if we can observe those places where we have fears, particularly irrational fears, fears of what people might think if we might do something, when we can find those irrational fears and push through them, we're going to find ourselves on the other side where we are doing God's glorious mission. There is great power in being able to confront our fears. Now, I know that fears are also a good warning sometimes that something is a terrible idea. I'm not saying just push through fears randomly and, just because they are there. But oftentimes we can tell that we are being held back by fear. And if we can take the bull by the horns and push through that fear, we may find a completely different and joyful experience of mission and finding ourselves in the center of God's heart.